You hold that wire for me, please? Thank you. Appreciate that.
That was the. Welcome back to the It's Always Something podcast. Cue theme music. You gotta find the right tone.
Hello, hello, hello. What a wonderful word. Hello.
So we're digging deep into the old pocket of movies that people have never even heard of before. And I'm not even talking about fish piss. I'm talking about something completely different.
That's coming up, but that'll probably be in us.
We want to thank one of our viewers. Yeah, thank one of our viewers. Give a shout out real quick for sending us our first ever.
Yeah, Janice Click.
Yeah,
out there. Thank you for sending us a package. I know you sent it like a couple months ago, I think, but
we just got it.
We finally checked our mailbox, which we don't do very often, and we had to collect a bunch of stuff and found some very unique footage in there.
Yeah.
We have not reviewed
We
yet.
haven't watched it.
We haven't watched it.
But it's on the list now.
It is absolutely. We read the box. We read the back of the DVDs. And
we made an opening video.
And the VHS.
Unboxing video.
Oh.
Yeah. Good stuff.
I feel we'll get into that one later.
Yeah, absolutely.
But tonight, we're going to talk about Dream Team, which is a movie about mentally...
Dream Team, what is this guy talking about?
You're talking about that movie that's just like the Dream Team,
but
slightly different.
That's true.
I fear my doctor may have been seized by the Roman.
They're off their medication.
It's great to be young and insane.
Give me a break.
All right, we're 4 escaped lunatics.
Yes, I believe.
Someone please take me back to my room. Yeah!
The Dream Team.
Arise and walk, my son.
Coming soon to a theater near you.
Just slightly different. We're talking about, of course...
Crazy People.
Crazy People.
From what year was that again?
1990.
1990.
The year of the boxed cars. All cars had to be in the shape of a box in the 90s.
Boxy, but good.
Buy Volvos. They're boxy, but they're good. We know they're not sexy. This is not a smart time to be sexy anyway, with so many new diseases around. Be safe instead of sexy. Right.
Volvo.
Boxy, but good.
Better. I mean, it's not better than a Jaguar, or a Porsche for that matter.
No, it's true.
What they say in that Volvo one, boxy but good. With all the diseases going around, style doesn't
it's
really
not
matter.
sexy.
Don't worry about style.
Don't worry about being sexy. Oh boy. So, anyways. Crazy People. What the heck is that movie about? Because I guarantee, only 3 people out there have.
If you think this guy's got the synopsis right, you better think again. He's probably watching this clip of this kid again.
Oh my gosh!
Well, apparently, I was watching the video of the kid. I've never been on live TV before, so.
And apparently, I've never been on live television before, but apparently sometimes I don't watch the news because I'm a kid, and apparently Grandpa just gives me the remote after we watch the Powerball.
Oh my God.
Help us, please.
So the synopsis of Crazy People. Dudley Moore plays an ad guy, and he, I think he has like a kind of a midlife crisis kind of type thing when his...
Keep going. Sorry. No, you're lying.
He has like a midlife crisis kind of thing, or a mental breakdown of some sort. His wife leaves him, and he goes to work. He's not making any sense. He's kind of freaking out in traffic, yelling at people. So his manager decides you need to leave. You need to go see a doctor. Get your head right, and then come back.
Well, that was after he'd already started. You say he was tired of lying to the public. He's already attempted. He was showing his boss some completely truthful advertisements, and then his boss
like Jaguars. For example, he made one for Jaguars. Jaguars are for people that want a hand job from an attractive girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was at that point that his boss was like, "Okay, you need a break.
Right.
Correct. He goes to this mental home, and turns out they accidentally print his crazy ads that are all designed around telling
truth in advertising.
The truth in all these products. And they all are hits, overnight hits. So management says, "Oh wow, we got to get him back because we're making a fortune and we need more ads. We need him to make more ads for us."
Right. Well, first his partner got fired because he was, because all the ads came out, and then he's like, "Well, I'll hire you back if you get him back." And so now they're trying to get this guy to come back, and he agrees only if all his mental handy-capable friends can come up with ideas with him.
Yeah.
And so they start knocking out ideas, and the story goes on from there.
Yeah.
And then, of course, capitalism rears its ugly head. Flipping capitalism, am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it goes on from there. He meets a beautiful woman that just happens to be a little bit crazy.
Daryl Hannah.
Aren't they all, though?
I mean, yeah, she just admits it, though. Yeah.
We all know her a little bit.
Yeah, she's one of the first to just admit it. She's like, so what if I'm a little bit crazy? It's like, yeah, I mean, you are,
Yeah.
Truth in relationships.
That's right.
That's something we should all try. A little truth in relationships. Maybe that would work.
Yeah.
Never really been a big Daryl Hannah fan.
No, I thought she was unattractive, to be honest.
Yeah, nothing special and kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Although she was probably supposed to be kind of annoying in that movie. So? Maybe not as much as I feel she is, but...
I don't think she's attractive. I think...
Oh, I don't think she is either. I think she's really kind of...
I think it was probably
nothing great.
Certain movies that made her
better.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
Popular and
you can see at certain points in this movie where you can see she's, I don't know, more attractive than she's made out to be, I guess, the rest of the movie.
I think her first big movie was Splash. Did you remember?
Yeah, I know.
Splash. That's about that dolphin, right?
She was a
dolphin lady.
She was a mermaid, but weirdly enough.
Oh, yeah, it's close.
And Tom Hanks.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she's like a mermaid, and Tom Hanks is in it.
So that had made.
Now, wait, was that the Tom Hanks when his career started going down?
That's
or
a
up?
good question. I was wondering the same exact thing.
We already had that.
Is this
discussion.
before or after Burbs?
Right. When his downfall.
This was before Burbs.
Oh, yeah, he was pretty young there, so
this was 83.
Oh my stars.
Oh wow. So he was just testing the waters and some of this drama stuff.
He was testing the waters by being in a mermaid movie.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
So she was even younger then. I mean, that was 83. This was 90.
Okay.
What did I say?
90.
90.
Yeah, 90.
Yeah, 7 years before. So
yeah.
And shout out to the 90s Bulls, while we're there.
Oh man.
The 90s Bulls.
What was that, a quad, Pete?
Bulls.
Oh man, might as well been. Would have been, no doubt.
And then Dudley Moore, of course, was a very big actor at the time.
I mean, I've heard the name. Was he the main guy in it?
Yeah. Dudley Moore.
I think, man, I tell you what, I feel like English actors are terrible. Like, for the most part, they're just not very good. They're so dry. Yeah. And like, he's just, it's like he was a cardboard character. Honestly, really? I thought his acting in it was terrible.
Huh.
The entire movie,
I'm right there with you. Probably not
really...
to the extent that you are, but I definitely, right when you started to say that, I thought, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, not all English actors are terrible, but a lot of them just have that.
Of course not.
Style, though.
Well, yeah, but that's like the English style. Like, they're very stiff and like, I don't know.
Let's face it, Steve, you and I lie for a living, and it's not easy for me to digest that.
I guess I can
maybe the older ones mostly. Nowadays there's maybe some.
I never really, because I've seen this movie many times growing up, and I never liked him that much.
But
even though he's the main guy, he's supposed to be kind of like the likable guy. Yeah,
he's a pretty older actor though. I mean, there's movies on here from
I'm sure he is
67.
now.
67. That's
hippie Bedazzled, called Bedazzled. He's known for that movie, Bedazzled.
Huh. Well, clearly not that well.
Arthur was in 81.
I know about him in that one. Yeah,
I know of the actor, but I'm just saying in this particular movie, since we're nitpicking things and that's our job, to go in front of cameras here and tell people what we like, what we don't like. They can agree with me, or they're wrong. So just agree with me, trust me on this one.
Yeah,
and his acting was very I'm going crazy, I guess, it's
that's
like
right on.
That's basically him, It's like the camera's on him, and you can see he's just like he's. You're not supposed to look at the camera, but he's just like it looks like he's doesn't know what he's doing.
That's
like,
funny.
surely
I
he's been
didn't really
in
get that
a dump.
that at all from him.
I don't
That's
know.
what I'm saying. That's the extent that he's making it out.
Maybe I'm driving it a little overboard,
Yeah,
okay,
but
intentionally for comedy's sakes. But yes, I don't think he was a very good actor at all.
Yeah.
He did not sell me on the character he's playing. You know,
Yeah.
like if you compare him to like things like Adam Sandler and Happy Gilmore, just a goofy character, right? Just a crazy.
He's a very different comedic actor, though.
Well,
Yeah.
surely
different.
it's two different styles of
Very
comedy.
different. Yeah.
But he's just very stiff and non-believable. I didn't believe it.
I mean, that's fair enough.
And he's very short. Very short. And I noticed in the movie,
he is very short.
I might be wrong, I might be right. I'm probably right. He has very small feet.
I'm sure he does. Short people have small feet.
Yeah, not all the time.
It makes sense.
You know what they say about people with small feet?
Yeah,
They wear
small shoes. Right.
Oh, I've heard that too.
Yeah.
How about Paul Reiser? Or Reiser?
Paul Reiser, yeah.
Reiser?
We can't level, you crazy asshole. We're in advertising.
This honesty, it's a terrific concept. We don't know much about it. I want to get you on it.
From Mad About You
He was
fame.
good. Mad About You?
Yeah. He's also in Jurassic Park, was
I
he
think
not?
he did pretty good in that movie. As did the
Was he
the
in Jurassic
boss.
Park?
I think he was, wasn't he?
Paul Reiser. Yeah, he had to be in one of them. Maybe the second one.
Maybe one of them.
He's been the villain in some
He's been
movie.
in a lot of random
Yeah, he's been in a lot of
movies,
stuff.
But
What do you think of Crazy People?
Anyway.
You liked it?
Is that what we're talking about?
What movie are we talking about tonight?
I think we're talking about Crazy People.
You guys are some crazy people.
All right, so let's just get the show on the road here.
Hello,
House of Family.
Hello.
Oh, why are we just now starting to talk about that? We should.
I know, that's one of my favorite characters.
The whole time.
Hello?
From the start.
Hello.
Okay.
What a wonderful word. Hello.
Okay. Hello. Let's get down to the review. Hello.
All right,
How's the
we should
family?
talk about Crazy People, House of Family.
Hello in the beginning and hello in the end.
Anyways,
Oh, man.
there's a guy that in the movie that can only say hello, and then advertising brings him out of his shell, and he can talk again, but he still throws hello in every sentence he says.
Yeah.
Hello, babe. We're Sony. How's it going?
Killer.
So funny character. I actually really liked
love
him.
that guy.
The actor was great.
He was so good.
He was probably
And
one of my
so were
favorite
Some of
actors
the
in it.
other crazy people. Some of them were pretty good. Some of them not.
Now,
so
can we say
much.
Crazy People?
It's called Crazy People. This flipping guy.
I mean, I just want to, be safe.
Well, you're right.
This is this is
But-
a safe space.
So,
Nice thing about crazy people is that could be anybody.
yeah.
So
That's
And,
true.
I
I
the
think
word's
everybody's a
still
little
there.
crazy.
yeah.
But anyway, so the guy, Dudley Do-Right, he starts he's crazy. He lost his girlfriend. He didn't really, he's like just lost in his own world and didn't really realize all that. And then of course he goes there, he starts getting better and healthy. They draw him back in. And of course, while he's there, he immediately, because this is the Hollywood magic, ladies and gentlemen, immediately finds a super hot chick. Well, at least hot for the 90s.
Yeah.
And she wants to bang him instantly. And she's, now my thoughts on this whole thing.
They never really did bang though. That's
Well,
kind of
no.
nice. Really, I like
Right,
that.
right.
Yeah, they kissed and
real super
stuff right
sexual.
away. But
She's
yeah, it
like,
didn't kiss.
hold me.
But she was all
Hold
over
me,
him, man.
hold
She was
me,
all
hold
over
me.
him.
Well, she was, but
She was like poison ivy,
cuddly type.
after it rubs on your leg. It just got all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm Kathy. Hold me. Please hold me.
Oh, well, I am holding you.
Oh, I know it's a female thing. We say it a few times.
Oh.
And always rubbing,
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. But here's my thing. So the guy clearly is having his mental issues, but he's not like mentally handicapped. He's just kind of overstressed, right?
Stressed out and
Totally.
And so he knowingly goes to this place hospital, and this hot girl that clearly has mental problems is like kind of all over him, and he doesn't. This is what bothers me about it. As a rational thinker, she's all up on him, and he's just like, yeah, this is great, yeah. Like my first thought would be, well, this chick is probably a little crazy. You know? It's in the title of the movie, people.
Right.
Crazy people. She's not right in the head. And she has, I would say, very minimal issues compared to everyone else, as it turns out.
Her issues are a lot more subtle and not so obvious.
Right. But even so, the whole thing, her parents were killed, and then like they split up her and her brother for no one knows why, really. And then he just doesn't ever visit because he's in the army. And then she starts writing letters to herself. Spoiler alert.
Well, he's the only person that said that was the administrator, but
he's right about everything.
He was right.
Yeah,
no, she admitted.
She admitted it.
She admitted she was writing her letters to herself.
She's like, I don't know, I might be.
It's like, I can't say for sure if I did or something like that.
Well,
it's like,
I don't think that was her admitting.
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh yeah.
It's 2 against 1.
100%. She wrote those letters.
200% if you had both of us.
But she did have a brother though.
Oh, she had a brother.
Yeah,
He's in the helicopter at the end.
Right.
It's just that she has no contact with him.
So that
she
was
pretends they're close. They're close. They communicate every week,
but they don't. And that was my whole issue with it. It's just very strange if they're that close. Like as the movie at the end portrays.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden,
sister. She needs me. I'm flying a helicopter to go pick her up. Like,
yeah.
And where were all the? Why don't you ever visit?
What I was saying. Yeah.
Why don't you ever take her out? Because she's scared to leave the flipping hospital.
I gotta get my sister, and then they just hug, and then they just kind of walk away from each other.
It's very strange.
And she goes off back to that flipping Dudley Doolittle. I mean, it's like that. You haven't seen your brother in who knows how many years or whatever.
Yeah.
And do you even know each other?
And then
they never really talked
about
how well they know each other.
The weirdest part was like when the helicopter lands, and it's she's like, "How'd you find to her brother that?" Because he's in the army. If you guys haven't figured that out yet. He's in the army. He's flying a helicopter. He lands at the very end.
The whole movie
yeah. But anyway, it doesn't matter. You can give away this one.
Yeah, it's just old.
We'll get to the ratings later.
Yeah, we don't
claim
to
they land,
give away everything.
And she's like, "How'd you find me?" And he goes, "Oh, you got a lot of friends." And they open up the door, or you have a really good friend. And the guy opens the door. And of course, then he's like, "It's the guy that wants to bang you real bad." And it was kind of weird. That took me out of the movie a little bit.
Okay. And
he gets out, and he's
I mean, their whole relationship, between her and what's the guy's name in the movie? Dudley what? Does he have a real name in the movie? Oh, yeah, Emery.
Emery, yeah.
So
what an English
between
name.
her and Emery, we're like, it was so fast. They like connected, and then he's like, like in love with her or something, right?
Big time. Loved her.
He's like, I didn't want to lose. I had such a connection and all this stuff.
After a week,
you just met this girl, and she ran you up to her barn.
Yeah.
I've never brought, every time she'd bring him somewhere, I've never brought anyone there before.
Oh, no one's ever come over here before. I don't know who's come in my room before.
No one's ever put it there before. That was an unrated, yeah.
Typical.
What a liar.
Yeah. Yeah, that way they did it was like extremely rushed.
Yeah, because it's like throwing a hot dog down a tuba.
Yeah, he got attached real quick.
Yeah,
and knowing that she's got problems, you think he'd be a little hesitant or something, but she's just so, I think he lost his wife, and then she's very affected.
Well, I didn't lose her. She lost him.
Yeah, maybe that's
it. Because she left. He said,
that's true.
Like he didn't, like it wasn't sad. She just got tired of his crap. Cause he's, probably a jerk.
And then
he was a jerk. Like in the beginning of the movie, he gets out of his car and he's yelling at people in the middle of traffic, like it's their fault. He's like, if you just drive your flipping cars, and like then he reaches in and grabs a guy's car phone, not a cell phone, mind you. Well, they only had car phones back then. Ladies and gentlemen, in the 90s.
Right.
But he reaches in, grabs his flipping car phone and chucks it into the river.
I haven't moved in 10 minutes.
Advertising executive Emery Leeson was stressed out.
Hale on the phone. Hey, do you mind?
People who use car phones annoy other drivers.
Fed up.
Yeah.
But I think it kind of reminded me of...
Road Rage,
I know what you're gonna say. I was going to say, what movie does that remind you of?
Road Rage.
Is that what you're going to say?
No, it's not called Road Rage.
No. Is there a movie?
But yeah, that is probably...
Falling Down.
Falling Down, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like...
That's a good one.
It's the everyday monotony, chaos that he just finally gets sick of it.
It was like in a...
What's happening? Yeah, falling down.
Yeah, in traffic.
Going home.
You ever heard that?
That's when he finally he abandoned his vehicle on the highway. Yeah,
I watched it like 6 months ago.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Great.
Is that when we watched here?
Yeah.
Great
movie.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it in a long time.
It's worth it. It's held up pretty well. Definitely 90s kick to it.
Michael Douglas, and he was young, man.
Oh, he was pretty young.
I wonder if we should do that one sometime.
Oh, we should put it on the list. Jamie,
it's kind of a sad. It's kind of a weird kind of sad.
It does have a very weird vibe, like a dark vibe to it, but
not at first.
No, not really at first.
It definitely towards the end. It's like
for sure.
Some of it's kind of funny, but not really funny.
It's like
it's just more like crazy funny.
It is, and it's kind of the funny.
Like the McDonald's.
I've always kind of wanted to do that kind of thing.
Yeah,
but then it gets worse and worse as things go on progress. Yeah. But so
anyway,
this was a movie about advertising. Yes, would we all agree?
Absolutely.
So they get wow, I like that. So one of you, Josh, had the great idea.
Yeah, Josh said
of maybe for this episode we come up with our own advertising because we're a couple of crazy guys. Right.
So yeah, if you've seen the movie, this will make sense. So yeah, it's basically it's advertising in truth.
Oh, throughout
advertising
the entire movie, there's just a constant stream of these things, of different funny ads.
Right. I mean, to sum up the ending, I mean, are we even going anywhere else with the movie about things we like?
Oh, Tish, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to do this? Do you want to do the?
Yeah.
Might as well. Let's do it.
Let's do some advertising.
So what were some of the funny ones though that we haven't really talked about? Well, I mean, I don't know if we should give them away.
Yeah, we can give a couple of them away. Why not?
Sony. They basically we're saying how white people are too tall and gangly.
Caucasians.
And they're Caucasians. And their eyes are so far away from the circuit boards that they can't see properly. Yeah. And Japanese people are shorter and they are closer to the circuit board.
That's why they can make better electronics.
Japanese, they're short. So their eyes are closer to the electronic components than many other nationalities. Caucasians are too tall and gangly. Look how far away the Caucasian workers' eyes are from the integrated circuitry. That's why Sony products are better. Sony, because Caucasians are just too damn tall.
And then there's one for Metamucil, which was
if you don't take this, you're gonna have cancer.
Yeah, you get colon cancer and die. So take this; it'll make your stool soft.
And then they have these tear off sheets. I don't
want to die from cancer.
Metamucil. It helps you go to the toilet. If you don't use it, you'll get cancer and die.
Thank you so much. Sorry, folks, I haven't any more. That's it.
And at the car dealership,
Jaguar.
Yeah,
I want a
hand job. These tear off sheets. People are tearing them off.
What's the Jaguar for men who like hand jobs from beautiful women that they hardly know?
This is truly nuts. Jaguar, sleek and smart. For men who'd like hand jobs from beautiful women they hardly know?
That's what all of these ads really mean. Men buy these cars because of it, so why don't we just come out and say, hey, we know what you want. Here it is. This is for that.
Yeah, we already talked about that. And Porsche is too small to have sex in, but you have sex as soon as you get out.
Okay, how about this? Porsche. It's a little too small to get laid in, but you get laid the minute you get out.
Brilliant.
Right in the beginning, that one that was with those fat people.
Oh yeah, Vitamix or something.
Yeah,
hilarious.
If you look like this, you're fat, and call now and get a free plant.
Yeah.
If you sweat,
ask about the free plant. Yeah. Ask about the free plant.
Hello, I'm fat. Do you have any ficus trees?
We have to admit that?
I think you have to say that to get the plant.
Hello? We're fat. We're tired of sweating on relatively cool days.
I knew we were fat. How to do it with slobs. Oh, sorry.
Ask about the plant.
About the plant.
I like the airline. Was it United Airlines?
Oh,
it was something. Yeah.
So people die all the time on
people die less
flights.
on our
They said
lines.
they die like crazy.
Yeah.
It's something.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But we'll get you there more times.
More of our passengers get to where they're going
alive.
Yeah. All right, so we came up with some of our own.
Right.
That was the task, our homework assignment.
Yeah.
So what did we come up with?
Yeah, you came up with the idea. We'll start at your end.
Okay. All right, here we go.
How many you got here?
I got one.
Oh, okay.
I got one.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like you, we here at Jeep love adventure and aftermarket parts. This is why we only require our employees to work 4 hours a day and have eliminated the quality control step completely. Jeep, guaranteed to break down sooner so you can upgrade your parts quicker.
I mean, that's pretty truthful.
That's pretty true. Yeah.
Jeeps break down a lot.
Hey, that is a truthful ad right there. Yeah.
I know.
Hey, that's the reality.
All right, what do you got? What do you got
What
for
do
us,
I
Caleb?
have?
Yeah, what are you advertising?
You ready, guys?
This guy's got a whole...
IKEA. Affordable furniture. Hope you're good at puzzles.
This guy's got a flip.
Oh my gosh.
Old Spice. Smell like a man, even if you don't act like one.
Wow, this guy went all out.
Pop Secret. Just like the theater without the sticky floors.
This guy went the dunes way too many times.
Last one.
Oh, man.
Last is the best.
A shout out to the dunes if you've been to the dunes.
Kellogg's Corn Flakes. The best breakfast for people who are too tired to chew.
Man.
This is good. This guy's good.
I'm out of my league on this one. I did not prepare. This guy's got ads made?
I know.
Holy cow.
Woo! All right, Dan, you're up.
All right, so mine was... Let me think of how to word this. All right, mine's for AOL.
Oh, nice.
Remember when you have to sign on that?
Oh, yeah.
And it says, AOL, we all know you're jacking off, but you can tell your mom you're doing your homework. What do you think? Come on.
Pretty good.
I mean, I didn't do that. I just
Of
heard
course,
people,
yeah.
That's disgusting.
Sandwich time.
Yeah. What? This guy. Who just had a sandwich out there?
I had two.
Two of them, this guy.
Oh, my stars. So
Okay.
anyways, that's our advertising.
That's
if you guys
good.
like
You know,
it, let us know what you think.
There's a lot of, in that movie, a lot of really random lines. Were there not? A lot of really random stuff. Like
Yeah.
the guy that mentions the boy.
Oh, that was crazy.
The guy that talks about running down Caucasians.
I'm going to run some Caucasians down today.
Oh, that was
You know,
crazy.
there was like a bunch of really random stuff.
Right.
And it's just like, what?
Yeah, there
And-
was some shockers.
Yeah.
There was.
I think
well,
there
I
were
don't think there's
several.
any of that, unless that they did that in the barn.
They're probably the barn scene.
That was the cut
That
scene
was
from the barn.
It was already rated R, so they had to cut it out.
Was it really rated R?
Yeah.
It was not rated R.
No.
There was nothing in it to be
Pretty
rated.
sure.
They said
Yep,
the F
it's rated
bomb a
R.
lot.
It's
That's
rated R.
Literally, the only thing they did was
It
say
had-
the F word.
I guess it was just language.
Yeah.
Had to be. Yeah,
So weird.
Because the CEO is pretty
Vulgar.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
very vulgar. Yeah.
But I mean, even they could have cleaned that up easily and made it PG-13 with ease.
Oh, easy. They must have
Yeah.
been trying to appeal to
Older audiences.
Yeah, and
Probably.
which makes sense because their ads are kind of adult
Yeah,
oriented,
absolutely
and they
adult.
probably wouldn't have made the R rating without the language.
Probably.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have.
So, you know,
And
that,
then another thing that was kind of weird was like the end when the helicopter lands, and he just like and this is the army.
Oh, yeah. Are we
already
talking about
knows-
that?
Yeah, he already knows he's gonna be in trouble, kind of
Yeah.
in trouble for
He's like,
taking.
oh, the army's. Yeah, he's like, they're going to say
Taking
something
it-
with their helicopters
I better
missing.
get their helicopter back before I get in trouble.
And then he
What?
lands.
We're talking
in
about
a-
the very end of the movie here.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
He lands
Yeah, if it-
in the grass at the hospital, takes all the whole crew of people,
Let's call them crazy people.
all the patients.
All the patients, exactly. Patients.
They all get in the helicopter and they take off.
Mind you, there's guys that are mentally handicapped here,
Yeah.
hanging on the edge
Oh,
with no seatbelts or
They're
anything
like
on the
just
door.
sitting on the edge of the helicopter, like
On both sides.
And these aren't well people. I mean,
And that
they're
guy's
probably
like,
gonna
that one
fall
guy's like,
out.
got to be 85.
Yeah.
You know, he's just
Oh,
hanging on the
yeah.
edge, about to get, fall out. Man, that
Hello?
was weird.
Hello?
Hello, how's it found?
Well, that was crazy. Obviously, the movie's crazy, but that was
Right.
crazy.
That was just
Yeah,
ridiculous.
That was like a little over the
Yeah,
top.
and
Yeah.
obviously, what's going to happen after that? People are going to jail.
Exactly.
You know, there's a lot of, you know,
And they
Yeah.
leave saying,
they
"Oh,
act
we're
like it's a
gonna start-"
happy ending. They just illegally did a bunch of crap. You know.
And then you said like that part is almost like UHF when the helicopter takes off and all of a sudden Stanley Spadowski and Weird Al are on the side of the helicopter just blowing up you know, you see the corrupt guy down there, the doctor. He's like,
Yeah.
he's like, "Ah," he's about to shoot a rocket, and then he's like, ah, ah, and just starts blowing them up. Oh man, that's crazy. Oh wait,
I don't remember that part.
oh
Well, then the property that this thing is on, we were talking a little bit about, you know, it's like supposed to be a mental hospital, which you're typically confined into.
Right. Oh, they're just wandering all over the place.
And then when you're not inside, you're in a controlled environment outside. These people are out in the woods in the middle of the night.
Seriously.
And just freely. It's not like they're doing something wrong. They're just freely running about the woods.
They're not bad. But
finding a bull barn, and they're just...
they had like a tent, and they're all like in that circle around the fire. And they're all chanting, "The nighttime is the right time. The nighttime is the right time."
What movie did this guy see?
He's seen all the movies or something.
Oh. Anyways, but yeah, they're all outside.
Yeah.
Just kind of ridiculous. That didn't make any sense. Over the top. That chick's walking in and out of the room. She's jumping in that dude's room, just coming in. He's sleeping. You can kind of see there's like a tent being popped in the middle of it.
She pops up in his room like, what do I look like? Grandma with the birthday present? Anyway, another thing. So these are obviously completely crazy things that don't make any sense.
Right.
And then, or they're not realistic. I guess the way more like it. But
let me tell you this.
Then they're driving cars. They get these cars. They're driving them all over the property. These people don't even have driver's license.
Chicks flying off the road, almost killing everyone.
Almost killing each other. And one of the guys says, that's when he says, I'm going to run down as many Caucasians as I can or something like that.
The Asian guy,
Yeah, and I'm thinking,
what a world.
So random.
How are they even allowed to ride around in these cars?
I don't know,
And the guy that's in charge is just like, I don't want them in the cars. And they're like, I don't care.
Yeah,
they just do it anyway. There's
like no rule there.
Back inside, like, okay.
There's like no rules.
No rules.
Which brings me to another. That brings me to another point. So there's basically two bad guys in this movie, which it just annoyed me. So the number one bad guy is the boss of the whole advertisement company, where he's giving them money and stuff, but he makes them fight amongst each other. He causes, he's the one that fired everyone.
Wants them to be competitive.
It makes them be competitive to try to get the best advertisements. And then when the main guy, Emery, leaves the hospital, and then it's only the handicapped people there left, and he's trying to push him to make great content for him. He's like, you're all stupid. You're all terrible. And it's just like flipping out because they're all not good. Clearly, they're all mentally handicapped. And he's just flipping out and stuff. All right, we get it. You're the bad guy. Okay, he's the bad guy. That makes sense, right? But then they get like the director of the entire flipping hospital, and he becomes like the second bad guy, where he's just like getting rid of people. He fires the head nurse. Because he's being bought off to, we'll make a new wing in your name. And it's just like, I just felt like
money and power.
He's supposed to be a doctor, I would imagine. And I mean, that went way over the top of being a doctor. He's like talking about he's going to, if they don't come up with the best advertisements, he's going to commit them to hospitals without windows and stuff. It's like, geez Louise, man.
Well, I think it's clear to say that the movie's based on a lot, has a lot of comedy, but as far as the storyline goes, it's really all over the place.
It was all over the place. Yeah. Was it bad? Was it good?
I guess, there's a storyline, and that's fine, but there's a whole lot of, like, things that don't make any sense and are not unrealistic and all that crap.
Certainly unrealistic. Yeah. Very unrealistic. And the whole movie is just very unreal.
Right. And here's the deal about that. So I'm okay with that. If a movie's really funny, it can still be a totally enjoyable movie to watch. And I'll see it again. I have seen that movie several times, and I'll watch it again, I'm sure, because it's a ton of great lines.
There's a lot of funny little parts in it. That's what makes this movie. There's a lot of little funny parts that are really good. The rest of it,
I think we're slamming the movie a lot, but it is a really good movie as far as something funny to watch.
Yeah, the crazy people, the patients make the movie. I mean, they're all hilarious.
Absolutely.
Dudley Moore's not funny.
He's really not. Like I said,
not really.
He's very stiff.
His ads are very funny.
Yeah, his ads are kind of funny, but that's not him.
Yeah, the ads are hilarious.
But and they're not really him. They were like ads that you don't even see him make them. They're just like some ads in the beginning.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even read them. Somebody else reads them.
Right.
And it's like, I don't know. So it makes him really just not that funny of a character.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. My favorite character, honestly, I think the best, besides the hello guy, I think the best ad maker was that black guy.
Mm-hmm.
The heavy black guy.
He did have some.
He had the best ads. He was nailing them, man.
Yeah, he did.
He was crushing that
always,
game.
Yeah, you didn't see him coming. They were always kind of quiet, and all of a sudden he'd whisper it in, and he'd be like,
Japanese.
Yeah, he did awesome. The other guys, I mean, not so. I don't even know what they did. Sony Boney.
That was a flop.
Boney.
Sony. Sony?
That one was so out there. I wish they would have cut that, honestly.
Yeah, just too dumb.
It was just way too dumb.
Yeah.
Hey. Fricksnick, Sony, Germ.
It's not totally fleshed out yet. Better if you do that.
I agree.
They never mention his wife. You never see what she looks like. You don't even know if it's a wife or his girlfriend. I just see.
Well, I think it's his girlfriend.
It doesn't really make a big difference because she's not part of the movie.
Because when Paul Reiser asked about her, I think he didn't. It sounded more like he's asking about a girlfriend than a wife. I could be wrong.
I don't know about that.
But he lived in a house
because he just walked in and said her name. He's like, "Well, where's so and so?"
Yeah, I kind of.
And she was moved out. They were clearly living together. So
yep.
Good point.
And she took everything.
Oh, that's
so that may
typical.
Be
I assumed it was a wife when all this time. I naturally assumed it was a wife, but it could have been a girlfriend. I guess if they didn't particularly.
I've lived with girlfriends.
Yeah, that's true. He could have been a girlfriend. Yeah, but it just seemed like that was just very open.
Or he.
They kind of left that.
Yeah, they left that open too. It could have been a guy. I don't know. Here, I'm trying to act like I know. I don't know.
That's true.
No, we don't know much about that.
And he could have identified as a girl as well, a woman.
There were so many loose ends. And I think that's just it. They want you to just fill in the blanks for yourself.
That's true.
Create your own story. Choose your own adventure.
Connect the dots.
Connect the dots. Connect them.
We've referenced so many movies in this
times.
episode.
I know, man. This episode's been all over the place. But
that's what we're all about, though.
We're spreading love. It's all about more movies than one. You got to add them all. It's like a good salad.
Exactly.
You don't just put lettuce in it. You got to add some tomatoes.
Yeah, right.
No.
Some cheese.
Can't go wrong
ranch,
with cheese.
Thousand Island.
A Million Island.
You like Thousand Island?
I like the Olive Garden, the dressing.
That's not Thousand Island.
Whatever that is.
It's like Italian. Italian dressing.
Sure. Hear me out.
What you got?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to have to say this movie was a 6.3.
Okay.
6.3. It wasn't terrible.
That's fair, I guess.
Again, 5 would be a medium, and this is for me.
Yeah.
5 would be a median movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than. It's certainly not bad.
Right.
It's got funny parts in it. The middle of it, once again, drags. It's like pulling an anchor. It's just you know what's coming. I mean, there's nothing. It's completely predictable for the most, except for the helicopter coming.
Yeah.
You know her brother's going to come, obviously, unless she didn't have one. But
right,
you knew this was going to happen because it has to be. It's a comedy. It has to have a good ending. The bad guys were just over the top too much. The funny parts were good, but the rest of it, just the acting was not very good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say not very good. I just didn't like the main characters.
I think,
acting.
The acting overall is fine.
That's one thing I wanted. I was kind of briefly talked about earlier was for a movie featuring a main character. I felt like he was barely the main focus of the movie. It like centered on so many other people that certainly he was the main character that the story was wrapped around. But he really, I mean, he almost could have not been in it, or even put less, and he just didn't have a lot of pull. I guess you'd say he didn't capture me.
He
led
the story,
him, but then it's like about the other characters.
Yeah.
So they had more a very centered role. So that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. I do like how they gave everyone fair time.
Yeah,
so that was good. It's just him in that position. I felt like he just didn't bring a lot to showcase himself, and that's all I'll say about it. It's a 6.3. It's not going to go up from there. That's my chips are in. Final answer. What do you think, Mr.
That's
Lloyd?
good.
Heard that before.
Well, I agree with what you said, and I mean there are a lot of kind of unanswered questions in the movie that if you just can't dig too deep into it and just enjoy it for what it is, sort of thing, which is enough if you just want to have some good laughs. Yeah. And that's what it's been for me and my family growing up. We've seen the movie, several times, kind of every few years type of thing. And I think that's what that movie's good for. Maybe every 5 years. Okay.
Maybe once a decade
maybe. But then, because there's a lot of good stuff, and like the Hello guy, hilarious. You end up
That's the best part.
I mean, you can end up joking around about this movie, real quickly after watching it, and continuously. That being said, I rate this movie a 7.6.
That's really high.
I mean, I'm surprised you went that high.
Well,
me too.
And I think there's a lot. I highly recommend it. If somebody's never seen the movie, I highly recommend you see it. I think it's a lot of laughs. I think everybody have a good time watching it. I don't think you could watch that movie and not enjoy it.
Yeah.
If you have a decent sense of humor, I don't think you could watch it and not get
it's not bad.
Get a lot
I agree
of
with you. It's not a bad movie
from the ads, but yeah,
it's a fine watch. Better than a normal movie, but yeah, there's about
the drama was a flop. The drama they added into it with him and her.
There's a joke.
Was a flop.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
That went nowhere. That shouldn't even. I mean, I didn't even like that.
And that's the thing. Another thing, I guess, how he says he's like as stiff as a board acting.
Yeah.
I felt there was no connection between him and the main actress, like the girl. There was just they're supposed to be a couple and stuff, but it did not seem that way. Like it seemed like he was just a weirdo creep, kind of.
Yeah.
And he liked touching an insane girl's boobs. That's what it seemed like to me.
You know who was supposed to play that character, or initially?
Which one?
Dudley Moore and Daryl Hannah.
Was it?
It wasn't.
Do you think was it really Schwarzenegger?
It wasn't really them. Initially, it was John Malkovich.
No.
And Michelle Pfeiffer.
Wow, that's a different movie.
Wow.
And isn't that wouldn't it be completely different? I don't even
John Malkovich.
That would be like.
I don't know how he could pull off a comedy. I guess because it was a very dry thing, but
I could see John Malkovich doing that.
Yeah.
I guess I could see it. But
he
it would be very different.
It would be different. Maybe better. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be better.
But anyways, we got a 6.3. We got a 7.6.
Yep.
What do you got?
I'm gonna go with a 7. Even 7.
Yeah.
Like and comment below if you like the Olive Garden
or if you like Dawson Island. Like and comment.
What's your favorite? We don't care about the rest of the movie or anything like that. Let's just comment your favorite dressing toppings here.
Forget about Crazy People. No, if you haven't seen Crazy People, definitely give it a watch.
And don't watch the movie Dream Team before that because you'll confuse the crap. You'll think it's the same movie.
I have never mixed them up before. This
just tonight.
Danny does
tonight
all the time.
Well,
we were just talking tonight about how scenes were literally picture like
there are
copies of the thing.
There are a lot of similarities.
There were some very similar scenes.
And I've only seen each one a couple times, like maybe twice.
But they're entirely different storylines. Very different storylines.
Yeah, certainly.
But there are some similarities. Parts of in it.
Yeah.
Because they're starting off in a mental home, basically.
Right. But
that's a great movie.
Yeah, that's a fine.
No,
We'll talk about that one.
I would rate higher. No question about it.
Why'd we watch this
I
one?
would too.
Yeah, no question. I already knew that this would be a lower
Who's
one.
in that one?
Even though I rated it
Isn't that Michael
higher than it deserved,
Michael
I
Keaton?
probably.
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
Better actor.
Christopher
Michael
Lloyd.
Keaton. Yeah, there's a lot of people in that one.
Christopher Lloyd, that's right. Yeah. Any relation?
Sylvester Stallone?
No?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
I knew you'd say that.
No.
Anyways, Crazy People. It's an okay movie if you got some extra time on your hands, but it's not a classic.
Says who?
Says me. That's mine. You got one for it? Let's end it with your Crazy People advertisement. Make an advertisement on the spot for Crazy People. No, he needs time. He needs to like make boards and when he does one, he goes over the top.
You'll never believe how I came up with those things.
Your son, did he do it for you?
You don't want to know. Because it's gonna sound like cheating.
Oh, I know he did. He used the flipping AI. This guy,
man.
What a hack.
He uses AI for everything now.
Everything.
I wouldn't be surprised if he makes love.
You know
with
what?
AI.
It wasn't 100% AI. Some of it kind of gave me the idea for certain things, but some of it was just straight.
So inspired by AI.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that's gonna do it. Crazy People. I thought it was all right. They liked it a lot more than me. But I mean, who's right? Who's wrong?
We grew up with it.
They grew up with it. I've only seen it like 2 or 3 times, so it's a fine movie though. It's not a waste of time.
You know what?
It'll make you laugh.
If you're looking for a good gift for your maybe Mother's Day coming up.
Oh, it is Mother's Day.
A hello box. A box
box of
full of
hellos.
hellos.
Yeah.
That's
Definitely.
a great idea. 119 hellos.
It'll get you through the summer.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right.
That's going to do it for us. This is the It's Always Something podcast. Once again, if you like it, subscribe.
And if you didn't like it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, seriously. If you didn't like it, Just show us, man.
Let us know what your rating is in the comments.
Yeah.
What do you think of Crazy People?
If you've seen it, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, if you have any other good advertisement ideas, throw them below too.
Yep.
We're always looking for advertisements.
If you have a great idea, hit that share button.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Until next week, we'll see you on the flip side. Is that our new thing, right? No?
No.
Oh, we'll figure one out.